everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Scenes with Melika Tour. Today, I have a special guest in the studio. I have a DJ named Jean. Hey, DJ. Hey, Jean.
Hey, how are you?
How is it going today?
Good. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. I'm super excited to be here.
Yes. I'm so excited to be going behind the scenes of the DJ scene in the bridal space because DJs are very important, as you know,
Mhm.
for the whole bridal everything, you know. So I'm just curious, how did you get started? And just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is DJ Jeanyo. I've been in the wedding industry for 5 years now, full time.
Oh
But
wow.
prior to that, I've been a DJ for over 12 years now. It's one of those things you started to do it to have fun. Then,
Mm-hmm.
you start getting paid for it. Then, you start going to places, clubs, bar. And then, right before COVID, right before the pandemic, that's when I did my first wedding,
Oh
and I was
wow.
like, I like this. And then, and then ever since, it's been truly a blessing. I enjoy doing
Yes,
it. I've been doing it for five years now, full time. So
I
I
believe it.
just
Yeah.
that's kind of
The
how I got.
entrepreneurship of it all. But no,
Yeah,
for you to start doing COVID, that's a lot,
yes, yes,
because COVID was
yes,
definitely a trying time for the
yes.
wedding season.
Yes, exactly. So,
Yes.
I did my first wedding right before the pandemic. And then during the pandemic, that's when I really start diving in, doing some
Mm-hmm.
more
Mm-hmm.
research. And then as they're slowly opening things up, start putting myself out there, and then the rest is kind of like history.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Well, no, it just seemed like you have to have a passion for music, or at least loving like what's current and like what's new and trendy type of things. Being a DJ of it all. But so let me know, what was some of the hardships that you had first starting out? When you first started your business, is there anything that you had that kind of took you for a loop? Besides I guess COVID. Right?
Yes, yes. Beside that, I mean, getting the bookings at first,
Okay.
when you're
Yeah.
new to the industry, you try to meet some expectation, you having
Hmm.
phone call, false promises of couples saying, we
Oh.
call you right back. And then, we touch base with you the following week and you never really, you know, hear
Yeah.
anything. So
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
of those things like, especially after I quit my job, fully committed to do this.
What did you
uh,
do before?
so I work in corporate. So I was a
Mhm.
manager for those, and then I
Okay.
jumped over to Walmart, the whole retail scenery while I was still enrolling to school
Learning.
full time, right? And
Oh,
then
wow.
being a DJ in general.
Mhm.
So one of my biggest challenges was getting couples to book. When
Mhm.
you dealing with so many other companies, other DJs, you
Mhm.
know in the same market with you who've been doing this
For a
for
long
quite
time.
a while
Yeah.
now. So
Mhm.
it's kind of hard gaining the trust from a couple, telling them you can deliver.
Mhm.
You're a great DJ, but they're still not booking, especially with the price leverage and all that. So
Yes.
that's
Yes.
what was a big
I can
challenge.
imagine. Yeah, because like you said, just trying to get your feet wet. You don't want to
Yes,
say I'm just starting. You don't want to
yes,
even say that. It's just like, oh yeah, I
yes,
can do it, and you
yes.
show up and you show out. You know what I'm saying? You like, okay, I can do this. Yes, because
Yeah,
you are really doing
absolutely.
your thing. You are
Thank you.
doing your thing. I ran
Thank
across
you.
you on TikTok.
Yeah,
Um, I was just like, oh wow, like he is really like everywhere. I feel like you were everywhere, like here,
yes.
there, like I don't know. You just drew to me. So I said, let me just reach out to him because I haven't had a DJ on yet. I'm kind of talking to a lot of different vendors and different
Right.
businesses. But DJ is definitely your DJing skills and like your business is definitely top tier. So
Thank
yes, I just wanted just
you
to
so much.
just talk to you a little bit because even getting on TikTok promoting, your business, it can be a hiccup as well too. But I feel like TikTok is we found a place for us here, you know?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. Social
yeah.
media play a big part of
Hmm.
why my business, Genio is so successful is because of social media. Even
Yeah.
with Instagram too. I started out on Instagram, and then I jump over to TikTok, and it's been amazing. Social
Yes,
media
I
is a
agree.
big part as well.
Yeah, social media referrals, of course,
Yes,
because
absolutely.
once you get out there, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I want him to do it. I think TikTok helps because you can see the content,
Yes.
but referrals are pretty much our bread and butter. We have to have
Right.
someone to refer us, and so that helps as well. But
Right.
no,
Absolutely. Yes.
yes. So, what is your secret to get like the crowd moving? Like, if they're hesitant and they're kind of like a boring wedding setting, what's your technique to kind of get them moving?
My technique is pretty simple. Get to know the people.
Hmm.
I don't just start DJing without starting conversation, right? So especially when it comes to a wedding, there is the ceremony, then cocktail hour, then the
Hmm.
reception. I
Hmm.
use the cocktail hour as a opportunity for me to not so much networking, but talking to the guests. Make
Hmm.
sure I enjoy the full hour cocktail hour. Hey, I'm DJ Jeanyo. I'll be the
Well, that's
DJ for
great.
tonight. Things like that. Get to know them a little bit. What type of music? What do you guys want to hear? Things like that. So once you start talking to them, you're very friendly. I think it's kind of easy to navigating when it comes to the
Yes.
reception. So
Oh,
my
okay.
man to go, it's make sure I do a nice introduction, introduce myself to everyone, you
Hmm.
know, do a
Hmm.
little MC skill, get them warm up a little bit, get them activated, and then trust me, that will hit the dance floor. And of course, we there is time when it's a little harder than usual.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
That's when you kind of have to bring the DJ skill with your mic skill and all,
Yes.
giving the tip to the bride and groom too. Let them know during a consultation. Listen, if you guys on the dance floor, then trust me, everyone will be on the dance floor. Talk to your
Hmm.
bride party.
Hmm.
Make sure they stay on the dance floor so everyone can feel comfortable. You know,
Yes, that's true
make
because
it to the dance floor.
yes, yes, because why is it that couples think that DJs just play music? Like their DJs just play music. You really don't have like the MC skills. Like, how do you define like your MC skills? Because you have to do both. You have to be an
Yes,
MC and you have to be a DJ.
yes, absolutely. So that's when I kind of had to learn the hard way at the
Hmm.
beginning. When couple reach out to DJ, at the same time they asking me, "Hey, can you also MC?" So because I
Hmm.
was new to the industry, I'm like, no, you have to get a separate MC to do this. My
Oh,
job is
okay.
to be a DJ. So I had to kind of learn that the hard way. And as I'm learning, talking to other DJs,
Hmm.
other friends of mine who's in the industry, how do you balance this? How do you do this and that? And one thing I noticed when I say, I can do both,
Hmm.
bookings start flowing.
Hmm. Hmm.
Doing it over and over really make me comfortable. And like I said, once you break that gap between the introduction and cocktail hour, get to know them a little bit more. And of course, you have to play bangers, right?
Right. You
It's
have
from
yeah.
the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, some current music. So being
Hmm.
able to jump from a throwback to current music, take it back, it's kind of like a journey. If you're taking every guest to a journey, if you play
Hmm.
good
Hmm.
music, if your mic skill is on point, trust me, there is no doubt
Yes. I
there'll
was gonna
be.
say, yeah, because when you DJ at like a private event, like party or something, you have a wedding, I feel like with the MC, I feel like you don't talk as much, not talk as much on the mic as much during the
Right.
wedding. Was that
Mhm.
is that true? Like, was it that it's just
Uh,
more just letting the crowd just do what they do?
well, it all depends, right? So
Hmm.
so DJing a wedding and also serve as the MC, you have to make the announcement, right? So
Yes,
my
yes,
goal is to make sure everyone in the room know what's happening, down to the
right,
grand entrance,
right.
first dance. So those key announcement, I feel like it's you have to make those announcements when it's time for the parent dance to cut the
Yes,
cake, right?
yes.
Things like that. So once you go over that bridge, every DJ, including myself, you
Hmm.
should be comfortable getting
Yes.
people on the dance floor, especially after you announce the dance floor. And sometimes I don't even have to make that announcement because the music is kicking, the music is good. Everybody automatically just get up and start moving. So once you
That's
pass
cool.
that first bridge of
Hmm.
making those key announcement, getting everyone activated, then it should be
Yes,
easy
because so now
maintaining.
the DJ and the MC is kind of the same person. But have you been to a wedding where you had the DJ and they had an MC?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, a
Mhm.
few, especially when I
Okay.
first started. So,
Okay.
always feel comfortable me taking care of the music and have an MC there.
Hmm.
But nowadays, a lot of couples are saying, "Hey, you the DJ, why can't you just make
You
a
do,
few announcements?"
yes.
And I take it an extra mile. And now, once they're submitting their reviews, not only they're saying I'm an amazing DJ, and also he's also an amazing MC,
Yes.
things like that. So,
Yeah, it helps. I'm telling you, like I feel like when you start, even like you said, when you first starting, and then as you get into it, you find other ways that you can grow, in your craft. So that's the good thing. That's the good thing about being in the bridal business. I feel like you can always find, even at the weddings. I think the weddings are the perfect time for you to be like, you know what? I think they need this type of service, or I feel like
yes,
they need this, or I can provide this. Because sometimes you
exactly.
go places, yeah, that things aren't there. Like you might have to step in to
Right.
be, the
Absolutely.
MC, and things like that. I've been at
Absolutely.
weddings where I had to step up and do some photography, and I had to step up and help coordinate a bit. I'm more
Absolutely.
so there to help the bride and the groom get dressed and assist them to make sure that day goes well. But sometimes I do have to kind of like, oh, let me just step in. I haven't stepped on the DJ now or an
Oh,
MC now. That's something completely different.
listen,
I don't
listen.
know. I don't know, but yeah, but I definitely know that I can get a party started in the
Okay.
bridal suite.
Oh
In the
yeah,
bridal suite.
absolutely. Yes, if you
Yeah.
get them activated there, it's gonna be
Yes.
a DJ. They're already up and moving.
They're
They're
already
already
up and
done. So
moving.
it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be a
Yes.
great.
It's funny how sometimes the bridal suite can be so like dim. And then when I come in, I'll bring music,
Right.
champagne,
Absolutely.
and then
Yes.
the grooms, they're having a party. They're having a
A
party
party.
already.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I've saw DJs that they have DJs actually in the wedding, like during the wedding ceremony. You
Ceremony.
think
Yes.
that? Yeah.
Yes.
Have you done it?
Yes. That's the thing. Yes.
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, so as the DJ, if they're book us for the ceremony service, right? The sound, so we have to be there
The sound.
playing
Hmm.
music as the bridal party coming down the aisle, even playing music, prelude music as the guests walking in. So it's
Yes.
quiet and awkward. So those are everything we kind of talk about with the client during the last call. Go over the timeline, making sure everything aligned properly in the day of, you just follow through
You
um
follow through. Yep.
and the time as well.
Yes. Yes. With the time agenda, because everything be so they have it mapped out so much, and then when the
Yes,
wedding day comes, it just
it
goes to
is
hell.
there's so many things happening. You, as a bride and groom, you don't know what's happening. As a guest, you have no
Yes.
idea what's going on wrong. This was off. This
Hmm.
was that. So being able for me to be a DJ and an MC, it's all about timing too.
It
Stay on
is.
top of the
Mm-hmm.
timeline, making sure if the cake cutting was supposed to be happening at 7 o'clock, guess what I'm doing? 7 o'clock, I make my announcement. Time to cut the cake. So it's just a lot of things
A lot
moving,
of
moving.
things like that.
Yes.
Well, you mentioned the consultation. So,
Yeah.
what is the most critical question that couples should ask you when they book your consultation?
So the free consultation is kind of like one thing I've been noticing lately, right? A lot of couple who book my company, especially me as a DJ, when they book me, some of them like the consultation, but at the same time, I have couple who book me straight from emailing back and forth, right?
Oh,
So
wow.
it's just one of those things. Okay, the reviews look good, your social media
The good,
game is
yes.
strong,
Hmm.
So what can possibly go wrong, right? But there are a couple who want to talk to the DJ, right?
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
so during the consultation call, what I always tell every couple to ask every DJ and every vendors that you talk to, make sure they have insurance. That's the biggest thing, right? You can spend a lot of time, try to hire this photographer, the videographer, DJ, in the day of they don't have insurance. And some venues are really strict when it comes to that, right?
Yes.
Ask the DJ, can you also MC, or do I have to get a separate MC? Right. So
Hmm.
all these are key question I feel like every couple should ask.
Yes.
Every vendors, and when it comes to the music as well, just ask them for, how do you bridge gap? How do you play for
Yeah.
everybody? Right? Not just
Yes.
riding
Yes.
home,
Hmm.
but auntie's gonna be there, grandma's gonna be there. We have
Yes.
kids, right? Are we
Hmm.
doing clean music or explicit? Do you ask your DJ, are you able to play clean music throughout the entire
Hmm.
production, right? You want to
Hmm.
be respectful, especially if they want to be respectful to the parents, the
Mm-hmm.
grandparents. Ask
Mm-hmm.
the DJ, do you have clean music? Because I know a
Yeah.
lot of DJs, especially if you're not hiring a professional, you have to ask those questions,
You have
like,
to ask.
yes, do
You
you
will
have?
be surprised.
Are you
Mhm.
the DJ that I'm talking to? Are you gonna be the one the day of my wedding? That's another great one. So things like that. So it's a lot of
Yeah.
question.
Just
I
fine
feel like.
tuning, right? Like some people have some people fill out inquiry forms and
Yes,
and things like
exactly.
that. But with me, I like to see my client and well,
Yes.
I'm a bradle designer, so I
Right.
kind of have
Right.
to
Yeah.
be them.
Exactly.
But I do the emailing thing too. But it's just nothing like a face to face
Face to
consultation.
face. Exactly.
Yes,
Yes.
the
Yes.
vibe. You can feel the
Yes.
vibes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things too for those couple who schedule the consultation during the call, they will be like, "Let's just book right away. We love
Yes.
the vibe. You have a lot of energy. That's just the
Mm-hmm.
confirmation. After the reviews, we check out your website, social media is present, and you have amazing energy. Let's lock in right now. Things like that.
Wow.
So consultation is definitely a big thing, and also a venue walkthrough as well. So I have
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I have that in every package. If you book me, especially if I haven't been to the venue, if you want, let's just schedule a venue walkthrough where I
Oh, I
can
didn't know you do
actually.
that.
Yes. So that's kind of like what separate the professional from just a
All right.
DJ
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
everywhere to DJ wedding. So those are the things that I was able to build on to
Yes.
make sure
To
I
make
add.
sure, yes, that you stay here and you're to make sure, like you said, professional, making sure you cross
Oh
all your
yes.
I's, dot all your I's and cross all your T's, yes, because you don't, we know that stuff happens the day of, but it's less likely to
Like
happen
if
when
you
you take extra precautions to make sure that okay, I'm set up here,
right.
I'm gonna be there, yeah, so you can know if you have to move or something, so you'll know like all the setup and stuff. That's great. That is a great advice
Yeah.
for your clients as well, and then for new DJs as well. Like, what is the most unique and different like interests you done, or like bridal and groom dance? Like, what's been like something different you came across?
Hmm. Um. Then I'm trying to reflect just this year, right? Not so much of an entrance, right? So,
Okay.
I had a couple, in the final call, they really wanted their parents, including grandma, to do the
Okay.
swag surfing, right? So the
The
group,
swag and surf.
yes,
Okay.
yes. So the group came up with a great idea. Hey, what do you think? After we take the group picture, you as the DJ kind of guide the guests. Like it was 250 guests,
Oh
right?
wow.
Kind of guide them, right? Just like the group, the bride and groom say, just rock out. You the DJ. We want them to do the swag surf without them knowing, and then drop the song, right? So I think this was
Oh, that
really
was
unique and different. So I came up with a game plan. I talked to the wedding coordinator, talked to the videographer, photographer,
yes.
right? They have to know what's going
Right,
on.
right. What's
So,
happening? Yes.
yes, so I make a quick announcement for a group photo. Everybody, they head to the dance floor. They took the pictures, and right after I had a plan, I had an idea, but something
Hmm.
just told me just freestyle it. So I went off script. So I'm like, all right, everyone, listen. So the bride and groom, they are looking for a specific shot from the photographer and videographer. So at this time, I want everybody to start going right, left. And it's just crazy how I had control of 200 guests.
Right.
Right? They
And
everyone went
everybody was doing it.
to the left, to the left. And we do it for like a couple seconds, and I just drop the beat. When I
They
tell
went
you,
crazy.
oh man, I think this was very unique. Um, it was great. And at the end, a lot of guests, they came to me, they was like, that was really different. So the goal for the bride and groom was for their grandparents and parents to do the swag surfing. And guess what? They was doing it without knowing it, right?
Yep.
One of those things as a DJ, if I'm playing it while the dance floor is open, is grandma really gonna get up to do the swag surf? Probably
Probably
not.
not.
But,
Right.
but guess what? They did it right after the pictures.
That was
That
cool.
was unique. It wasn't a grand entrance, but it was something very unique that
It was
happened.
unique.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. And it stood out. And that's what happened. It stands
Absolutely.
out. Yeah.
And
So
I mean, I'm gonna tell that to, you know, some of the couples coming. Let's say if they're having a good pictures, I'm gonna highly recommend it because I think it was dope. It was
that
really
could
nice.
be your style. That could
Yes,
be something that
exactly.
you,
Yes.
yeah, that you
The
take on and be like,
videographer,
I'm gonna lock that in.
exactly.
I know how to get
Videographer,
them, right?
photographer was like, yeah, I've never seen anything like this.
Like
So
I
yeah,
know how to get them.
okay,
Yes,
yeah.
that sounds fun. I was at a wedding where they did the. I feel like almost. I feel like it's the swag and serve and the dag on Meek Mills.
McMills. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm from Philly, so I'm here in Philly.
Oh, okay.
Any wedding I DJ here in Philly, Jersey, you already know Mick gotta come on, man. Dreams and Nightmare.
Got to,
There is
got
yeah,
to.
gotta
And
play that.
and it just be so hard, and
Oh
it
yeah,
the
yeah.
grandparents don't know what's happening. Like everybody
Yep.
just like, oh, it's amazing. I don't know what it is about that song. Them two songs and
Oh
like
yeah.
certain songs. You know, I got a good question too. Do you still play like music that's been so-called council music? Do you actually go into your log and change like stuff if it's
So it's different when it comes to to me, right? When it comes to my
Mhm.
company. During the last consultation call, the couple have full control of what get played the night of, right? So with that being said, I asked them, is there an artist or a song? Do you have a do
okay?
not playlist? You know? So
Or
if
do
there
not playlist?
yeah, do not playlist, yes, that's kind of like how I, tackle that. I ask them exactly, is there some artist, some song, Are you Team Drake, Team Kendrick, right?
Right, right,
Which
right,
are you, right? Are we still doing R. Kelly,
right.
right?
Oh yes, yeah.
Exactly. So based on that, that's when I don't, as a DJ, music is music to me.
Yes,
Not
yes.
it's a wedding, right? So I have to be respectful and ask them those things because the last thing I want to do is play your song and the bride and groom running. Hey, we're not doing
We're
that.
not
So I
with
make
that.
sure,
Hmm.
yes, I make sure I ask them first based on what they told me to do. Then that's when I will kind of bridge,
Yes.
let's play this or that,
That's
and
smart. Yeah, I
yeah.
didn't think about that because there's so much council culture. Every other day, somebody's being counseled for something. It's just like
Exactly, exactly. It's yeah, yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how you guys do it. Just on that alone. I feel like you got to go in and keep on switching
keep
stuff,
on.
or having a ton of 10 million playlists for every type of crowd and
Yes.
yeah, things like that. But how do you handle emergency situations like fail power? Sometimes typical technical
Right.
difficulties.
Right.
Sometimes how do you
Right.
handle that?
I mean, super easy. You just gotta prep for it, right? For example, whenever I DJ any event, right, I always have two laptops, right?
Okay.
Always have backup speakers, right? You know,
Hmm.
even the day of, my assistant is also a DJ, right? So it's
Okay.
like one of those things. We're dealing with a wedding, so we have to make sure, as much as you don't want anything to go wrong, but sometimes with technology, with the power that
Yes.
lose a
Yep.
storm, you have to be prepared, within the process, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Right? We might have a slight delay down to us go get the generator outside in the van, things like that. As
But
long as
nothing.
we have
Yeah.
it on site, then we should be
Yeah.
good, right? So it's just easy. You just gotta prep for everything. As a DJ,
Yes.
like every DJ, if you're doing an event, you should have at least two laptops on site.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
double check the song, make sure everything is good.
Double check the song. Right. Hmm.
Have a generator on standby or a backup DJ. Maybe the day of, as you heading to the venue, you get a flat tire, right? Do you have the proper staff? Do you have somebody there that can take over? Like, just
That's true.
plan in
Hmm.
place. Like, I have a lot of plan in place. Do I
Yeah.
ever use them? So far, no.
Oh,
But
good. Good.
thank God, I haven't been able to use any of them. But if you plan properly, then I think you can make things better, right? We can't predict
Yeah.
what's gonna happen, but it's good when you
Yeah.
have a backup plan. And a lot of couple been asking that too lately. So yeah,
Yes.
just
Jeanyo, DJ Jeanyo, how many is in your on your team? Like, do you have a big team?
yeah, it's not big. So right now we have seven total,
That's
right?
pretty big.
Yes, including four main DJ that I use when I'm double book. We also do a lot of corporate events, private events all over the
Private
city as
events. Mm-hmm.
but when it's wedding season, like in a day, sometime I will have 3, 4 weddings, right?
Wow.
So if you just prep, have the right team too. That's kind of hard to find, right? See, have people who believe in the vision, who
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
help out, right? So it's just we have an
That's
amazing.
amazing. For
I'm
you,
just
within 5 years,
yeah,
within 5 years, you started out by yourself.
yes, by
Now
myself,
you
yeah.
have a staff. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
exactly. I reach
amazing.
out to old DJ that we used to DJ at the club. Hey, are you still DJing? Listen, the wedding industry, that's where we at. Can you take an extra
Yes.
tour? And of course, upon booking, we let the client know, hey, this is who will be your DJ. Let's schedule a phone call to make sure you're comfortable with them, kind of learn their style a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's good. That's good because I'm a one band. Well, not really. Me and my husband work together. I would say one man bandstand for a sewing. For
Right,
a
right.
sewing thing, but I have some other services too. But trying to do everything, from the emails to this and that, and the AR,
Right.
the Instagram, and so it helps to have a lot of people behind the scenes, literally helping
Mhm.
us,
Yeah.
make connect the dots. Yes, because I can't answer emails every day, and then trying to sew and then do the conversations, and then
Right.
it's
A
it
lot.
could be a lot.
Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
a lot. A lot. So
Yeah, the help is always good, and it's hard. It's hard to find good help. Like far as like, it's hard to find a good seamstress. So I know it's got to be hard to find,
okay, it's hard.
a DJ or MC that you trust. That you be like,
Right.
okay, yeah. It's almost like you got to show and approve in a sense. Like when you
Exactly.
show up, yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Build relationship too in the industry, right? Reach
Yes.
out to other company, right? So maybe
Mm-hmm.
there you might be able to use one of their DJ or perhaps some help the day of, right?
The
So
day
that's
of. Mm-hmm.
so reach out to other people, get involved, be involved, right? Don't be afraid to ask them question. How did you do this? Right? Who do you use for your photo booth? How did you get this equipment? So many times
Right. Right.
other DJ, other company reaching out to me, and I'm like, hey, this is the website, this is how I did this and that. And they was like, wow, this is usually DJ be keeping
Oh
things like
yeah,
that.
they be gatekeeping.
Just don't ask me. If you ask me questions, whatever it is, I will let you know. That's just how I am. And I feel like this is why the business is growing
It
so
is. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't gatekeep
There's no
anything
need. It's room for all of us. It's
for
room for
all of
all of we all can grow. We all can share. We can't do every wedding in the world, if we really wanted to.
absolutely not. Yes.
So we would want to, but like the octopus of it all. Like, no, it's
Right.
just it's too much. It's like, but no, you're right. Like making those connections. That's why I try to meet so many people when I show up. I try to most of the time I don't come in contact with the DJ as much because I'm normally there prior to, early on. And then, if they ask me to stay to the reception,
Right.
I'll stay and help them change their clothes and things like that. But a lot of times I haven't had a chance to like really meet the DJ. So I'll make it a point now to just
Yeah.
connect with the DJ,
Right.
why not? I mean, we all in the same circle,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. And it's one of
Yeah.
those things too. When I'm working the day of the wedding, even before, I always try to tell the bride, "Hey, can you connect me with the vendors? Who's your photographer,
Yes.
videographer?" And
Yes.
I will reach out, I will reach out to him and, "Hey, this is Jeanyo. I'll be the DJ for such and such wedding.
Mhm.
Can't wait to meet you." Right? Even if we
Yeah.
don't have time to fully talk, connect the
Mhm.
day, of, right? Because we are working. But I always find a way, even after, to email them, "Hey, it was a pleasure working with you. Hope
Yes. Yes.
make sure you in that inbox, because the moment you email them, you're already there. You never know when you're gonna need a favor, right?
That's
Things
true.
like that.
Yeah.
So that's how I operate. Connect with every vendors.
Connect with everybody. I be like this with the wedding coordinator.
Oh
Because
yeah,
I feel like I'm the help, not the help, but I help them so much with the time, the time of it all, and making sure that everything is going the itinerary. I make sure so I try to keep everybody on the straight, even though that's their job, but they have so many other things to worry about. Like when the day of planner, they're making sure all the vendors are there, making sure the DJ, the caterers, and so I'm there just for, to help the bride and things like that, like to make sure someone's there for her. Because I've seen like coordinators bounce in and out and try to help zip or try to do, and it's, it can be sometimes things fall behind because you're trying to do everything.
Right.
So
Right.
this is why I created, the bridal concierge of it all, so that it can help. Have you ever seen a bridal concierge service doing this your business?
The name sounds familiar, but I to be completely
No,
honest, I haven't really, kind of
it's
looked at.
new.
Yeah, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
it's
Cool.
it's not new. I've been in business for 10 years, but
Okay.
I feel like within the last 2 or 3 years, I'm starting to see more of them, more different ones pop up. I'm a little different because I'm a seamstress. So
Okay.
I guide you from the beginning to, all the
Mhm.
way to the ceremony.
Okay.
Some of them, they just show up and like do like the fluff and like the steaming, and
Right.
I'm a little bit more in depth. Yeah. So yeah, I was just curious because a lot of times, you said meeting vendors and stuff, you be surprised when you start seeing different ways or different things happening. You be like, oh, I didn't know this was a thing. And it's like, okay, well,
Exactly. Yeah. That's kind of. I'm gonna look
like,
into it. That's yeah. I haven't.
yeah,
Yeah. Hmm. I know.
yeah,
Women
it's okay.
content creator right now. It's just taking off.
It
I feel
is.
like every wedding I DJ, there is always a content creator. You know,
Yes, content
thing like
creator.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I do that
another
as
thing.
well. I do the behind the scenes
Oh,
content as well.
oh, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
we
That's
do. Yeah, because a lot of the stuff that I
really
notice in the left stuff that I get is the stuff that the photographers doesn't get, like
right,
the
right.
moments when the girls are getting
Yes,
dressed and
yes.
champagne toast and
Right, right.
all the little private moments, things like that. But
That's what's
I would
up.
love to have a DJ inside the bridal suite. That would be
Listen,
fun.
let me know. I travel, I do it all. Let me know. I'm here.
But no, where are you located? You're in Philadelphia, you said?
Really, yes, yes. But we
Yeah.
travel. I travel everywhere. I
Yeah.
do wedding in New York, the tri-state area, New Jersey. It's kind of like my home. Almost every other wedding is in Jersey. We've been
Yes.
to
Yes.
Mexico, Jamaica,
Oh
wherever you want the
wow.
party to be at. Just call me, just email me, and I'll be there like
I love
tomorrow.
that. I'm destination weddings,
That's the
destination.
yes.
Yeah. Those are fun. Those are fun too. I'm working on a few myself now, but them
Like that's
destination weddings, it's just, I don't know, they just different. I feel like it's a vacation, but you're still working,
you
but it's
still
still a
work.
vacation.
I love
Yeah.
him. I love a destination wedding.
Hmm. How has the wedding industry changed over the last few years? What are some of the trends that you're seeing now?
Um, a lot of hybrid, right? A lot of
Oh,
hybrid between a band and a DJ, right?
oh,
MC
okay.
and DJ, especially here in Philly. A lot of couple been hitting me up. Hey, do you provide live musician, right? So it
Oh,
can
yeah.
be anything from like a DJ with a drummer or a saxophonist. You do like a fusion. It's been happening a lot. I have a lot of
Okay.
couple reaching out. In fact, I'm looking for musician right now because I'm trying
Hello,
to.
you guys.
It's one of those things you have to expand with
You
the
do. Hmm.
yes, with the industry, right? Because I don't want
Yeah.
to get left behind, right? So
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
out here
Yes.
looking for a live musician, try to get something together. But I feel like that's one thing that's been trending
That
the
is
past.
true. I've seen a lot of bands, a lot of live bands, and that's almost like back to the old school days. Like
Yeah,
that's where it
yeah,
started from. Yeah.
exactly. Yep, yep.
Mhm.
And then there's still like the couple still want a DJ there, right? So they
Yes.
have the
Mhm.
DJ play while a saxophonist is walking around, doing their thing, or a violinist or a drummer. So it's kind of like I think
Give you a
fusion.
break. Yeah,
Yes,
it kind of
exactly.
gives you
Yeah.
a break in between. Mhm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I love the violinists. I love the ballerinas. Like it's just
Oh
so
yeah,
many
that's
different
oh yeah.
things.
It's a lot
Yes.
of things, yeah.
Like, yeah. So I'm just glad that we are in this business and we're out here doing things, moving and shaking. That's why I wanted
Right.
to have you on because
So
I'm
much.
creating yes. I'm creating this ultimate vendors list. Like I'm interviewing so many black vendors. And just to show you guys that we're out here, saying we're about our business.
Right.
We go over and beyond. I feel like as a small company, we kind of go over and beyond and what you probably would get from a lot of these big corporations and things
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, so it's good to be, having a small business setting and then, allowing them to just be them and create and just like I said, we go over and beyond. I know you
Oh,
go over and beyond. And
oh, yeah.
sometimes they
I
be like,
think
all right,
every wedding. Every wedding
mhm,
I teach like it's my last one, to be honest.
yes,
I
absolutely.
give it
Yes,
all. I give it all. And this is
yeah,
one reason why the reviews be like a whole page long. That's
yes.
why. Down when they first reach out to the first phone call, to the emails, the day
Hmm.
of, even after follow up. How did you like the service? Right? It's not over yet. I still have to follow up to make sure everything went up,
Yeah,
the way they
make sure
wanted.
everything's good.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you have some venues. You know, have you had the venues where some of them close early? And you can't. I think it's like a noise ordinance or something like that, and they have to shut. You have to kind of like end the wedding early, and like the party, the wedding doesn't want to end, but you got to be
Oh
like,
yeah,
guys.
yeah. And one last song,
God,
things
well,
like that. So yeah. But unfortunately, the thing is about me, my DJs, my company as well, right? We try to be respectful to venues. Like if the end
yeah,
time is 9 o'clock, then
it's
9 o'clock.
9. I'm
No,
sorry.
yeah, this is what it is now. You can go talk to the maid of dean, the manager, ask them if I can play one song, right? And most of the time they will say, "All right, just one more," but I
Okay,
will
okay.
go over the time. If it's 9 o'clock, it's a hard stop. Not like I don't love doing what I'm doing, but I gotta keep in mind I'm coming back to the same venue, right? I don't want to keep a
Yes,
bad
yeah,
taste. I don't want them to, things like that. So I'm trying to build that relationship with venues as well, and
absolutely.
respectful about all the
It's
timeline,
not.
and
Yeah,
especially
time and yeah. Yes, and like, because people get charged more
yeah,
if they stay.
exactly. Yep.
Mhm.
So
People get charged more, so that's good to being mindful because I think like you're probably one of the last people to leave, right?
oh
You're like,
yeah,
oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes. Last one we got to pack, and we have 1 hour. I don't know how it is down there. You based in Atlanta,
I
right?
mean, yes,
Yes. So here in Philly, we have 1 hour to clear everything, right? So right after we gotta pack everything and make sure we out by 1 hour. Otherwise, they might charge the bride and groom, right? Things like that. So
right.
you need staff, especially when we have big production, not
Yeah,
just this. We have photo booth, coal sparklers, manogram, lights, and all that. So we got 1 hour to make it happen, and
the
it's
photo booth. You got
yeah.
you provide a
Yeah,
photo
we
booth
offer
too.
everything. Yeah, we offer
What else do
everything.
you offer? What else do you offer?
We offer lighting, custom manogram, smoke machine for your first dance. That's the dancing on cloud. Cold sparklers. What else? Uplightings. What else? What else? What else? Magazine booth, a 360 video booth.
Oh,
Pretty much anything that you can think of when it comes to and wedding entertainment. And now,
entertainment, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, what an entertainment! I never
yeah.
to see. You see what I mean? You just keep adding. You just keep adding to it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention it. I mean, but yeah, we offer a whole bunch of
No, I mean you're a
different.
DJ, but then you like, well, hey, I see these photo booths. I see these. I can do
Yes,
that. I can do 360. Yeah, it's just
absolutely,
nothing. Yes,
lots of add-ons. So yes. And if I don't provide it, that's when I reach out to people in the industry, right? That I know who offer it. Hey, let's can you do this photo booth for this one client? Here's the information, things like that. So that's why it's important to, you know,
yes. That is
maintain that relationship between vendors and things like that.
that is so great. I really enjoy talking to you today. I want to know where can people find you?
Nowadays, social media, TikTok. Like I
Mhm.
booked so many weddings on TikTok this year, and I'm so grateful for it because TikTok was one of the platform. Every time I start, I will stop. Right,
I
I will focus
know, I
on
know.
Instagram. Right, I was an Instagram guy, and then
I don't like
literally,
Instagram. I
yeah,
feel like Instagram is for fronting, like start like
yeah,
you
yeah,
you up from up north. You know what
right,
I'm saying? So everybody fronting, everybody just like not really doing it.
right,
But I know that now, I know now that Instagram is more of an advertising tool than anything versus
yes,
just personal.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah,
yeah.
so it's social media. Social media is where I get most of my booking. I mean, I'm still on, the advertisement company like the Knot,
Yeah.
the Wire,
Like Google.
Solar. Yeah, I'm on Google as well. A lot of couple who book me in the city here, some of them find me on Google, right?
Yes.
But
Yes.
mainly social media. Like this year, social media has been really,
It's
really
been amazing. How many
yeah.
weddings have you done so far, you think?
So this year I say about maybe 30 so far.
And it's we 6 months in.
Yes. Keep in mind, I'm double booking, triple booking, and all that. And I
That
probably
is
have another 30 or 40 more this year. Yeah, it's been busy, really
that's
busy.
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you guys, he is out here doing his thing. If y'all don't believe it, y'all need to go here and book him because he's gonna be booked from 2027, 2028, and
28,
beyond.
yes,
Yeah.
2028 start rolling in. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yes. But no, lastly, what advice would you give to an upcoming, DJ that's really, that's ready to want to start their business? What's the advice would you give them?
Yeah,
Hmm.
don't rush anything. Take your time. Don't be pressured to buy all new equipment. Start with what you have. Master everything, the basic first, right?
Hmm.
Master everything, and then as you start elevating, that's when you can book bigger client, you get bigger money, you
Yes.
can upgrade those equipment. That's
Mhm.
my only advice. And don't be afraid to reach out to other company, other DJ. Like even myself, sometimes I don't know everything, right? Sometimes
Yes.
I
Yeah.
will be reaching out to some of the DJ and company who I feel that those are my inspiration. Let me just reach out,
Yeah.
and it just amazed me sometimes. Most of them answer,
Yeah, I
email,
know, right? Yeah. Hmm.
schedule, phone call, Zoom call. Hey, how did you get to this level? So my advice is, kind of like ask question, reach out to company. Don't be afraid to schedule a shadow day. Hey, when is your next wedding? Can I just come and see how you do things? Hey, how
Okay.
do you do this? Can we go grab some coffee? When are you in
Oh,
town?
yes. Yes. Hmm.
Things like that, because there's a lot of questions. Like I say, I don't know anything even up to now. I'm still learning. So just for all the newcomers, there is room for
It
everybody.
is.
Of
Hmm.
gig for everyone. Don't compete. Just do you, be
Hmm.
yourself, rock out, and then the rest, everything will fall in place.
Yes. This was amazing. Thank you so much for your time. That
Absolutely.
you are
Thank you for
busy.
having me.
You've
This
been
was
busy.
what we gonna do this like what every year? Let me
I
know. I
know.
mean, what's
We need to, because we love to talk about the bridal industry. Being in the bridal industry is so fun to talk about,
right.
and then you can elaborate on some crazy experiences. Like I
Sure.
want to hear people's crazy experiences and all the good
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, I know you're busy, and I just thank you so much for taking out some time today. You guys, make sure you go like, share, and subscribe to my guy.
Jeanyo.
Yes,
Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Jeanyo_entertainment. And also my private page as well, DJ_Jeanyo. Book me wherever you
yes,
are. I'm here.
yes.
Thank you
Wherever
so
you
much
are.
for having me. This was
Mhm.
so much fun.
Yeah, thank
I hope
you.
we get to, I want to come
We're
back.
together soon.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Absolutely. So thanks again for your time and all your energy and all your great insight. I appreciate you. You guys,
Absolutely.
make sure you stay tuned for more episodes of Behind the Scenes with Melissa Tour of the bridal industry, you guys. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to your girl. Guys, thanks again, Gino. Bye.
All right. See y'all.